It is my joy to welcome you to video 5 of our series on the organized global rebellion. You will recall that in video 4, through the lens of the scriptures, we visited the courtroom to observe the court proceedings in that landmark judgment delivered on the devil and his angels for their rebellion against God. In that second part judgment, we saw that God created hell, or the everlasting fire, specifically for the devil and his angels. God created that place to punish them for their rebellion against God. We saw that hell was not made for human beings. It was specifically made for the devil and his angels. We saw that hell is a terrible place. It's a place of torture, torment, anguish, pain, and it's a place of no rest. Hell is a place you and I will not want to go. Howbeit, human beings do go to hell. As many as reject the free gift of God through Jesus Christ, as many as turn their back against God, against Jesus Christ, eventually we go to hell. We saw that Jesus is a driver and he has people in his vehicle and is driving them to heaven. Satan is a driver. He has people in his vehicle and is driving them to hell. The choice of which vehicle to join depends on your relationship with Jesus. Anyone who rejects Jesus, anyone who turns his or her back against Jesus and embraces sin and embraces Satan, we most certainly end up where Satan will end up, and that is hell or the lake of fire. But that is not the desire of God for any man. We saw that God's desire for man is that man will go to that palatial paradise, that heavenly mansion, which he has gone to prepare for every member of the human populace. We also saw that hell is a reality. Hell is not a makeshift, it's not a fable, it's not a story, it's not an anecdote. Hell is a reality. We also saw that hell is a place where people will see and they will feel the torment, because it is not a state of unconsciousness. Hell is a place of consciousness. Finally, we saw that the devil will not be in charge of hell. The devil will be cast into hell. He and all his demons would be tormented forever and ever, time without end. Howbeit, the implementation of that judgment is waiting till the end of this age. God in his wisdom has decided that that judgment will be implemented at the end of this age. So in this video, we want to focus on the third and the last part of that judgment. Once again, I invite you to come along with me into the courtroom as we observe this judgment. Now, you will recall that in the first judgment, the devil and his cohorts lost their place in heaven. In the second judgment, hell was made for them, but they will not go to hell presently, because that will be implemented at the end of this age. Now, in the third judgment, God decided to banish the devil and his angels to planet Earth. Later on, we will see why God specifically chose planet Earth. Because planet Earth was not the only planet in existence. But God exiled them to planet Earth. God banished them to planet Earth. So, God decided that he would banish them to planet Earth. Because according to Revelation chapter 12 verse 8,
and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
so clearly they lost their place in heaven. And so God in his wisdom sent them on exile to planet Earth. The Bible again says in Revelation chapter 12 verse 9,
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
so God cast the devil and his angels into the earth. He cast them to planet Earth because their place was not found again in heaven. They lost their citizenship right in heaven. Therefore, as we speak today, those devils are on planet Earth. They are all over Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. These devils are presently on earth because that is the area, that is the confine, that is the domain where God has banished them, where God has exiled them. They are presently in exile on earth. I will take this time to correct an impression. It is often believed that Satan presently lives in hell, but that is not true. Sometimes we have seen videos where it is said that, oh, this is an invasion from hell. And when they talk of that, they mean that Satan and his demons come from hell and they invade planet Earth and they do some havoc on planet Earth and then they return to hell. They seem to imply that Satan actually lives in hell. But I want you to know that that is not true. Satan and his cohorts are on planet Earth, and presently they live on planet Earth because that is where God has banished them. I want to submit to you that Satan, as we speak now, has never been to hell. He has not yet been to hell because the implementation of his confinement, of his punishment in hell, will come at the end of this age. As we read the scriptures, we confirm that Satan will go to the lake of fire twice. And each of those times, Satan will never go to the lake of fire of his own volition. He will be taken by force and be put there